Hello, everybody. I'm talking about the communication quiz that we were asked to do for week 5. When I took the test, I came up as analyzer. I do think that parts of that is completely accurate with me. I do enjoy concrete facts when communicating. I do not enjoy abstractness when it comes to communication. Try to be very thoughtful when I communicate with people, especially in a professional standing. In my email communications and face to face, when I'm dealing with something professionally, I try to be very thoughtful as to not regret my words, which was part of that piece of being an analyzer, is that I might regret my words. So I try really hard to not do that. Um, how does my communication change when interacting with someone face to face versus virtually? I believe that there's a lot of value to communicating face to face, depending on the situation. I also find value sometimes in communicating with electronics as far as email, especially. I find that when dealing with what could be a complicated situation, email sometimes helps before you have a face to face conversation so that the person you're talking to has an opportunity to digest what you are communicating with them about. I know I appreciate that before what could be a confrontational conversation face to face. But I do think that a lot of organic conversation happens face to face, and I appreciate that. And that's really difficult to have via text or social media or email. To what extent do you prioritize mediated communication? Um, Honestly, up until the last year, maybe not as much. I didn't have a lot of communication like with Zoom and um, FaceTime and things like that. I definitely have more of that now with with COVID and everything happening. So I do feel like I prioritize that a little bit more. I do find value in that more now than I ever did before. Um, but again, I go back to the face to face is just so much more organic and could, potentially true, and the side conversations during meetings and things that just can't happen when you're meeting virtually. It's just a lot more difficult. How would your important relationship change if you created a device-free zone? In my household, it's just me and my husband, so we will do device-free times. It's not set, but we'll play games together and things like that. So it's not necessarily a every day at dinner time it's a device-free zone, but or after dinner it's a device-free zone. But in my profession as an early childhood educator, device-free zone is very important, and it's something that I teach for young children all the time, that they need to not be on their devices and enjoying being a child and learning differently than being stuck on a device all the time. Thank you.